Dinar shift. The financial world is currently witnessing a moment of unprecedented scale, an event so significant it demands the immediate and focused attention of every individual monitoring the status of the Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese Dong. What is unfolding today is being described by market watchers and institutional analysts as a complete overhaul, a fundamental system reboot of the underlying financial architecture. This action is far more than a routine technological upgrade. It is the crucial foundational step necessary to set in motion the long-anticipated recalibration of value for these specific currencies. For years, a global community of holders has waited for the day when these assets would transition from their suppressed rates to officially recognized economic values, and the current live activity within the banking infrastructure suggests that this long-awaited rate change is now in process. This is the moment where theory and expectation confront concrete, technical implementation, initiating a profound shift in the global valuation landscape. This systemic reset is essentially the mechanism that prepares the global financial environment for the introduction of new, significantly adjusted currency rates. When we speak of a rate flip for the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and the Vietnamese Dong, VND, we are referring to the formal process by which official institutions recognize a change in a currency's pegged or artificially maintained value, elevating it to one that reflects its actual economic standing. The prevailing belief within holding communities is that the true economic output, resource wealth, and overall stability of Iraq and Vietnam warrant a valuation far exceeding the current public exchange rates. The complex, multi-layered architecture of international finance requires a sweeping technical update to accommodate such a large-scale revaluation, and that comprehensive infrastructure action is precisely what is reported to be happening right now. For decades, the Iraqi dinar has been a focal point of discussion due to its historical value fluctuations and its potential for an eventual return to a rate that reflects the nation's substantial oil reserves and stabilizing economy. The patient waiting for this currency to finally achieve its perceived parity is a story known across the globe. Today's banking system reboot is interpreted as a definitive technical signal that the necessary machinery, the secure, verifiable, and globally integrated framework, is being established to enable this decades-long anticipation to transition into a verifiable reality. While the exact final rates remain under the control of sovereign central banks and international monetary bodies, the infrastructural groundwork being laid suggests that the potential magnitude of this revaluation could be quite substantial for those who currently hold the currency. Understanding the concept of a currency's rate flip is paramount for anyone following this news. It is not an arbitrary market fluctuation, but a deliberate policy decision, or a change in global market recognition that lifts a currency from an artificially low or pegged value to a newly established official rate. This shift has massive implications, as the quantity of dinar or dong held today would immediately command a significantly higher valuation upon official announcement. The Vietnamese Dong, which shares a similar history of suppressed valuation within a rapidly developing, export-focused economy, is also part of this current global process. Both currencies, according to the available information, are moving along a parallel trajectory toward this official recognition and subsequent adjustment in their exchange rates. The importance of this moment necessitates a shift from passive observation to active preparation for all dinar and dong holders. Regardless of the speed of the final revaluation announcement, the initial system reboot indicates that the logistics of the process are moving forward with immediacy. The prudent action for any individual holding these currencies is to ensure a state of readiness. This includes gathering and verifying all essential documentation, confirming the precise quantity of holdings, and maintaining a commitment to following only official, verifiable sources of financial information. Being fully prepared is the only responsible way to navigate the coming window of exchange and secure any potential benefits. Preparation in this context means meticulously compiling and organizing all paperwork related to the acquisition and ownership of dinar or dong. This documentation may be critical for verification procedures that are expected to be initiated once the new rates are officially published. Proof of purchase, bank records, and official identification must be accessible, accurate, and completely in order. By taking these methodical steps now, holders are positioned to act decisively and efficiently when the process moves to its next stage. The current environment is saturated with speculation and adherence to verified data and official banking. Communications is the most responsible strategy. The ongoing bank system reboot itself serves as a critical technological trigger for the entire sequence of events. It signifies that the internal, interconnected networks that facilitate global currency exchange are being updated and secured to handle the massive volume and change in valuation that a revaluation of this scale will entail. While the final rate announcement is a matter of official policy, The deployment of this new system infrastructure is a concrete indicator that the preparatory phase is effectively complete. The timing of the subsequent steps, verification, revaluation, and exchange, is fundamentally linked to the successful implementation of this new digital and logistical backbone. This historic juncture, if the information proves accurate, represents a unique, potentially once-in-a-generation financial event. Its implications are far-reaching, affecting holders at every level, from those with minimal personal holdings to institutions with substantial portfolios. Given the complexity of international currency operations, securing verification of one's holdings is projected to be a non-negotiable step. Institutions will require confirmed ownership, correct personal identification, and fully compliant documentation before any exchange can proceed under a new rate structure. This verification is designed to ensure the integrity of the financial system during a significant transition. The anticipation is that today's banking infrastructure update is a prelude to the immediate activation of these required verification protocols. Being organized now means that when the designated window for processing opens, all required steps can be completed without delay. In a process that is highly time-sensitive, preparedness acts as a significant advantage, potentially separating those who can participate quickly and those who face delays due to administrative issues. Success in this moment is intrinsically tied to a focused and responsible approach to one's personal financial paperwork and adherence to all stated procedures. For the Iraqi dinar specifically, the financial implications of a revaluation are enormous due to the sheer potential for a substantial increase in its perceived value. Even modest holdings could experience a dramatic change in their equivalent purchasing power, while larger amounts could lead to a transformative impact on a holder's long-term financial stability. The system reboot is the clearest current indication that the global financial infrastructure has been successfully modified to support the revaluation figures that have been the subject of long-term expectation and anticipation within the community of holders. The key to navigating this news responsibly remains patience, meticulous preparation, and a commitment to action based only on verified official announcements. This is not merely a chance for potential financial gain. It is a significant milestone that concludes many years of observation and engagement with the developments in a major Middle Eastern economy. The careful, strategic decisions made in the coming days and weeks will be the determinant factor in transforming this historic development into tangible personal outcomes for verified holders. Similarly, the Vietnamese Dong stands to benefit substantially from the current system reboot. As one of the world's fastest-growing economies, the Dong has long been considered significantly undervalued, especially when measured against the nation's rapidly expanding manufacturing and export sectors. The bank system update signifies that the necessary recognition and valuation improvements are being activated for the Dong alongside the dinar. Holders of both currencies are now tasked with the same vital mandate: ensure total readiness and verification of all assets. Following the prescribed steps, maintaining an organized record of all transactions, and focusing exclusively on official announcements from central banking and international monetary channels are the cornerstones of responsible action. A strategic and disciplined approach allows holders to participate in this process safely and to responsibly maximize the potential benefits associated with the currency's official recognition and revaluation. This moment calls for clarity over excitement and strategy over speculation. Confidence among holders is bolstered by the concreteness of this reported system reboot. It moves the discussion from a theoretical possibility to a confirmed phase of operational execution. The updated infrastructure is specifically designed and implemented to handle the necessary functions of official recognition, secure verification, and the ultimate calculation of the revaluation for all registered holders. This technical commitment lends credibility to the overall process and assures verified participants that the path toward a value adjustment is legitimate and actively moving forward. The events unfolding today are presented as concrete technical actions, not hypothetical projections or market speculation. Their implications for verified holders are vast, encompassing not just an adjustment in financial value but also a change in long-term financial security planning. In terms of timing and logistical efficiency, while the exact moment of the final rate flip is subject to official administrative release, the reboot is the primary catalyst that sets the entire process into it. Final motion. The most substantial gains are anticipated for those verified holders who are fully prepared to act immediately when the official rates are finally announced. Preparedness must encompass a thorough knowledge of one's exact holdings, assurance that all ownership documentation is correct and up to date, and a readiness to execute the necessary transactions based on official protocol. This is a moment where discipline, organizational focus, and an unwavering commitment to official guidance will be the attributes that lead to the desired tangible results. Emotional readiness is a subtle yet crucial aspect of this preparation. Many holders have been engaged with this process for years, even decades, and the surge of excitement, high anticipation, or even anxiety accompanying this news is completely understandable. The current news provides a measure of clarity. The system reboot is reportedly taking place, and the expected rate change is now viewed as an active development. Channeling these strong feelings into methodical preparation, organization, and informed action is how one responsibly transitions from watching historic news to realizing concrete personal results. Financial planning is a necessary component for all holders entering this active phase. While the potential gains from a Dinar or Dong revaluation are significant, preparation is the most critical step that precedes any financial transaction. Know exactly what you hold, ensure that your documentation is precise, and follow only verified, official guidance throughout. Responsible, informed action is the mechanism that allows one to safely engage with the system and maximize the potential benefits that may arise from a major currency adjustment. Verification procedures are central to the entire system. Before any official exchange or revaluation can be finalized, official financial institutions are mandated to confirm the legitimacy of all holdings. This requires the provision of accurate identity, irrefutable proof of ownership, and all other stipulated regulatory documentation. The system reboot that is reported today is the initial structural preparation for these comprehensive verification steps. Being organized and ready allows for the quick and efficient completion of all requirements as soon as the dedicated verification window is open to the public. The magnitude of financial potential for holders cannot be overstated. Even seemingly small holdings stand to see a dramatic and substantial increase in their equivalent value, and larger holdings could, in the most optimistic scenario, be financially transformative. The reported system reboot represents the official beginning of these historic movements. Preparation ensures that all verified holders can participate securely and maximize the intended benefits. Responsible conduct and the avoidance of unverified shortcuts are the distinguishing factors between a successful, safe outcome and administrative delay. Security is another factor that must be actively managed during a financial event of this scale. With news of such importance and potential impact, there is an inevitable risk of deceptive actors attempting to exploit the community's excitement. The critical safeguard is to follow only official, verified communication channels, such as statements from central banks and formal banking notifications. Protecting one's holdings means actively rejecting speculation, disregarding unverified social media rumors, and maintaining a singular focus on credible, official information. The global IMPL. Implications of recognizing and revaluing the Dinar and Dong are substantial, extending beyond individual finances. This action fundamentally influences international perceptions, trade relationships, and overall investment confidence. Official recognition signals to the global markets that Iraq and Vietnam are moving toward greater economic stability and are building international credibility. This increased confidence in their respective economies ensures that the currencies held by private individuals are seen as credible and valuable assets on the international stage. Preparation remains the single most important priority for all holders. This means verifying the legitimacy of holdings, ensuring that all required documentation is fully complete, and diligently adhering to official guidance. The system reboot marks a historic turning point, and a state of complete readiness is the only way to ensure safe and effective participation in the process. Organization, responsibility, and an informed perspective are the pillars that will transform this potential historic moment into tangible personal financial results. The overarching strategy must be clear and disciplined. Accurately quantify holdings, verify all supporting documentation, continuously monitor official updates from verifiable sources, and staunchly resist all forms of market speculation. Acting with responsibility is the only way to guarantee a smooth and successful experience when the official rate flip is finally executed. Years of anticipation and focused waiting can feel overwhelming, but a systematic approach built on informed action is the absolute key to responsibly maximizing the results. Timing is crucial in this process. The reported system reboot that is live today is designated as the primary technical catalyst for the entire sequence, the verification process, the official revaluation, and the ultimate rate flip announcement. Being fully prepared now ensures the capacity to act quickly, safely, and efficiently when the time comes. This remains a significant opportunity that requires meticulous focus, unwavering patience, and highly strategic action at every stage of the process. Community engagement can be beneficial, provided it is conducted with responsibility and a shared commitment to accuracy. Many holders rely on forums and online groups, but the emphasis must be on sharing only accurate information, promoting a culture of necessary preparation, and actively discouraging the spread of unverified rumors. Being a member of a well-informed, responsible community enhances the safety of all participants and helps everyone to navigate this complex, historic financial moment successfully. For those new to following this news, the core message of today's event is simple. A major technical update to the core banking infrastructure is reportedly occurring, and this update is necessary to prepare the system for the official adjustment of the Dinar and Dong rates. Verified holders who have completed their documentation and are fully prepared are positioned to experience the most immediate benefits. The excitement regarding potential financial opportunity is natural, but strategic preparation, beginning with verifying one's holdings and understanding the formal process, is the essential first step toward realizing that potential. Confidence in the process is building, because the reported action of the live system reboot indicates that the revaluation process is legitimate and actively progressing through its official stages. Verified holders can feel reassured that their currency is recognized, is credible within the updated framework, and is structurally poised for a significant potential value increase. However, this assurance must be paired with security. Holders must protect their assets, adhere strictly to official instructions, and avoid any unauthorized or unverified sources of information to ensure maximum safety and benefit. The monumental nature of today's reported bank system reboot could lay the groundwork for significant opportunities for savings, investment, long-term family security, and potential financial freedom. The path to success is paved with patience, comprehensive preparation, and an unwavering commitment to following only the official and verifiable process as outlined by responsible institutions.